So I was the objection that turned into the this is amazing. So, well, I hadn't even thought about coming here. So I was actually the objection. So Chris was on a call with, I think it was Tim, and he ran out of the bedroom and he's like, where's my card? Where's my credit card? And I was like, what for? And he's like, I'm doing this thing. Like, what are you even doing in the bedroom? I didn't even know what this was about. And I was like, if you try to pay, I'm going to go in the bedroom, tell them you're not interested, and close your computer. You're not paying for a thing. And he's, I think, gone in the bedroom, said to you guys, my wife is saying no. And you have said, I think you jumped into the call and you said, book her in for a meeting tomorrow. Like, and I couldn't do it that night. I think Chris tried to do it that night and I was like, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I was adamant. And so he comes out, he's like, I've booked you in for this call tomorrow, put it in your diary. I was the one then who got on that call. Chris got on it with me, but I was the one who ended up paying. And I paid the full amount up front. And he's like, we were supposed to do it in installments. And I was like, but this sounds so good. So I was the objection that turned into the this is amazing. So definitely the ads, the meta ads, and also Google. How it can fit into our everyday lives, and just learning new language, I suppose, that we can use in different social media things we're doing. Like it's not just pigeonhole the language we've learned into just meta ads or Google ads. It's like, okay, we can use this in everyday conversation with customers. And so I think, yeah, learning that different language. And I'd never heard of the red and the green. Like I'd never really thought of that. And I feel like it's very easy to go to the red side. And it's like, okay, how do I come back to the green? Like, how do I humanize it again and be just a person talking to a person? So I loved learning that. I used to be the person in the corporate world, like door knocking and going into places with the catalogue and being, hi, I'm Mel. And it's like, okay, not interested. And so that for me really set the precedent of sales is super scary, and I've hated it forever. And Chris, my husband, has tried to convince me, this is the way around it. And I think just sometimes it takes someone different to explain it to you for it to really click. And so that definitely did for me today. Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like there's been times over the past few months where I've actually felt really down about, oh my gosh, I just don't think I'll ever be that person to be able to take the next step. And it's exciting. I feel like I've actually got the tools now to go, no, I can make more money. I can do something bigger. And yeah, it's really exciting. I would say, especially if it's the same objection we had, that my wife or husband, I've got to talk to them first, get them on a call. Because I feel like even if they don't think it could add value to their life, it will.